Aloha mai kako. All right, guys, this is lesson number 4. And in this lesson, it is really about getting your portfolio site ready, up and running. And just to let everybody know, this is not going to be a project that necessarily has an end. You are as a digital professional, you're always constantly going to go back to your website and update it. And so I want you to think about your portfolio website as something that you're constantly going to return to and update it as you go on further in your freelance journey. So let's go ahead and get started. So in my last video in lesson 3, what I did was I had added my name here. And so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to show you like a quick way to update the rest of this section, which we'll call the hero section of your website. So if you don't have a short description ready right now, don't worry about it. I just want to show you like a quick way where I can search for the HTML in the document so I know how to make those changes when I'm ready. So let's go ahead and go into the code. So here we are in the HTML document. And before we do that, I want to find out where short description is. So this is a trick that I do because I don't want to sift through all of this HTML to find that particular tag where that content is sitting. So what I do is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to go here on my index file. I'm going to click Command F. And I'm going to paste that in. And I'm going to hit Enter. And right there, it pops up. So it's on line 42 in my HTML document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy and paste what I have here. I'm going to go back to my index file and I'm going to pop it right there, or copy and paste it right there. And let's go back to this view. And obviously this is way too long, right? How many of you guys agree with me that this is way too long? And so what we need to do here, because it's way too long, is on my own time, I'm going to have to condense this and come up with that short bio that allows people who land on my page to see exactly what I'm about and what type of services that I provide. Let's move on to something more about yourself. So once again, we're going to copy that. We're going to head over here to the HTML. And there it is, my line 43. And since that should just be actually my code sort of mantra for my business is transformation through code. And really, like, the reason why that's my mantra, just to kind of go into a sidetrack, is my life completely transformed. My professional trajectory completely transformed when I discovered coding, including HTML. I actually started out in iOS development, and that knowledge base and entering into technology had completely transformed beyond my wildest imagination, transformed what I do professionally now. And so, one of the reasons why we put this academy together is to pretty much, help us, like help all of us to make that jump, leapfrog that system or years of learning so that we can we can get to what we really want to do so that we can provide those services into the community. So that was the long short of transformation through code. And so that is my mantra. Transformation through, spelling of course matters. Transformation through code. And since we're here, I am going to make that a lot shorter there. And I'm going to just say I'm the owner and developer for Wahine Coder. Let's go ahead and run that, and we'll refresh here. So Marian Ano, I'm the owner and developer for Wahine Coder, transformation through code. Now this, there's nothing that differentiates this website copy, right, from each other. So what I want to do is I want to go back into the code. So let's just kind of locate myself. So Marian Ano, and let's do H3. How about H4? And we need to change that to H4. And then let's do H5 here. So what I'm doing is I'm changing the website copy. I'm using heading tags to have it stand out more. So let's just do that. So now it's bolded, it's in a heading tag. And once again, you'll notice that the font changed here too. So that's all set in the style.css. So you'll always be working between your HTML document and your CSS document. Okay. Now, if I want to add more there, more details there, you're welcome to add a little more detail there if you want to. But this is the process, right? I want you guys to think about this hero section and think about how you want to present yourself the moment that someone lands on your portfolio website. Because once again, if you are wanting to get into digital freelancing, you're going to have to have a website. That's probably like the most common question that potential clients will ask you. Now, let's go in and let's talk about this navigation bar real quick. So let's go here to the HTML and let's go up here to the nav bar. So the navigation bar, the tag for that is NAV. So that's why we kind of call it the nav bar. And as you can see, we've got home, projects, and contact. Okay, does everybody see that? And so you are welcome to change the actual items, right? So the actual items in your navigation bar to reflect what you would like it to reflect. So for example, maybe it's not projects, maybe it's like my portfolio, or maybe it's my designs, my mock-ups, my photography. So whatever it is that is your chosen digital expertise, then you want to make sure that that shows up very clearly in your navigation. But let's go ahead and run it so you guys can see the difference here. So home, my portfolio, and contact. All right, so I want to take a step back here because you want to have your links ready, right? Before you link them to the icons right here. So what I did was I did a little backtracking. I got all my links ready. And so now I'm ready to tackle this part of my portfolio website to link my YouTube channel when you click on the icon. or my LinkedIn, my GitHub. I don't have a Twitter account, so I'm gonna show you guys how to comment all that out, just in case you end up creating a Twitter account later and then you want to add it on. So let's go to the index.html file. So once again, we're back here, which is the social media links. And once again, I don't have a CodePen account, so CodePen is right here. So you can see that that's already commented out. Twitter was actually here, right? So this is that the icon class right here. And instead, what you want to do is, let's just go back to the original. So you can, if I select Twitter, if I run it, then the Twitter icon comes back. If I just change that last bit to Instagram, of course, spelling matters here, then it'll change to the Instagram account. Now, where it says a href, right, that's where we're going to put our link. So I'm going to go back to my document. I'm going to grab my Instagram link, and I am going to paste it right there. And let's go ahead and run it. And if I click it, it's going to open up to my Wahina Coder. And that's funny that it blocked. So let's figure out why that happened. That shouldn't have happened. But let's go ahead and let's just keep going for now. I just want to see what's going on. Let's see if it'll open up my GitHub. Okay, so here's my GitHub, here's my href. Let's run it. And let's see if it opens my GitHub. Great, it opens my Git. So there's probably something wrong with my Instagram link, and I'll go ahead and check that out. It's funny, so it looks like it works there. Let's go back to my HTML. Let's go ahead and put that in. Let's run it again. Okay, I see. So I'm going to have to sign in order to view that account. And let's go ahead and go to, so we've completed the GitHub, and here's the LinkedIn right here. So remember, guys, that what we're doing is we're putting the links. So we're deleting the pound sign there, and we're putting the links in. So here is my LinkedIn. Let's go ahead and add it into in between the quotation marks there. And the last one is my YouTube channel. I don't really have that much going on my YouTube channel, but hopefully in the future I will. And I'm just going to add it to my portfolio anyways. So this is kind of a good conversation to have, right? So as a digital professional, if something's not well developed, like in my case, my YouTube channel is not well developed, it's probably not the right time to insert the link, because everything on your portfolio should be something that showcases, you know, your abilities in whatever respective expertise that that you are, you know, wanting to use to serve others or to provide services. So you just want to make sure that whatever you do link on your portfolio really represents who you are and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to serve really well. I'm just doing this right now just to show you guys how to run through these examples. But once again, if something's not fully developed, like my YouTube channel is not fully developed, I wouldn't like recommend linking that on your portfolio site. So let's go ahead. So let's just check out my Instagram. Okay. My GitHub links, my LinkedIn links, and let's check out my YouTube channel. And that's my Wahine Coder YouTube channel. So perfect. That's exactly where I want you guys to be at the end of this video. So once again, if the video was too fast for you, take your time in making these changes. And I'm just going through these changes really quickly as an example, but I want you guys to take all that time that you need to build out your portfolio website. So it's not like your portfolio website has to be done, in a few days. Really, at the end of this cohort, we are going to have a review period of all of the deliverables that you have been creating throughout our course. And so there is time. There's a lot of time to work on this portfolio website. But the purposes of the lesson 4 videos is to get you going. I call this like tinkering and building, because really at this point, this is the fun part. We're just like tinkering through the HTML and we're seeing what we like, and then we tinker, right, with the CSS and we see what we like. But you have to tinker and research and build, right? That's sort of the progression that, myself as a developer, I don't know everything. So I actually like tinker, I research, and I build, right? And actually I kind of like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and let's just put that in, because that kind of sounds fun to me. So let's go. So Marian Ano, I tinker, research, and I think I have too many spaces there, and build. Let's run that. I tinker, I research, I build. Transformation through code. So I kind of like that. That's really the process that I'm going to have you guys following. In the next video, we're going to move over to the My Project section. So one thing I want to point out here is that, let's just go to the bigger one. So it says My Portfolio. And so, right, in terms of like UX writing, you want to make sure that My Portfolio matches up here. It says My Projects. So in order to build out that awesome UX experience where everything is consistent and cohesive, My Portfolio, I should really change this to My Portfolio and delete projects here. Okay? All right, see you in the next video. Aloha.